Hi guys, in today's video,
I will be showing you how to make a gacha studio body sheet. First, you want to make your character bald. You also want to add the accessories they'll use. In this one, make sure your character has the outfit and face you want. Then add the hair and change the eyes into hearts. Making the eyes heart will make it easier to see the outline of the bangs. Last but not least time, if your character has any accessories such as wings, tails or hats, then add them. I also added the outfit back on just in case, so I recommend you do this too. I recommend making the picture size to a square. Now go on Ibis Paint and add your 3 screenshots. It doesn't matter which order. Now erase the background with magic wand. Also don't remove the black just yet. Do this with each layer. Once the background is erased, go on the layer with the accessories. Delete the parts that you will not need. Do what I do by erasing the head, but don't get too close to the accessories just yet. Now create another layer. This will be used to do the outline of the accessory. This makes it easier to erase the green bits without making the outline of the accessories uneven. Make sure the brush size is 1:4. Then go back and erase the green and whatever is in the way. Now go to the next layer. With the hair will have separate parts. For girls they will need 3 parts: bangs, rear hair and back hair. For boys, they only need rear hair and bangs. Reminder that for the hair, you will need to redraw and it is a long process. First, start off with the bangs. You do need to figure out where the bangs are. I'm just erasing the low half, that won't be used. If it helps, the bangs start at the 3rd outer outline of the side of the head. Make sure you know what parts are going to be a part of the bangs. Now lower the opacity and add a new layer on top for the outline. Just outline the bangs, not the head, since that will be erased. Now go back and erase anything that isn't going to be the front hair. The hair may have some annoying parts like this, but don't worry. Add another lay, clip it with the hair and redraw. And boom, there you have it. Merge the layers together now. Congrats, you're done with the first part. Now time for the longest part, the back hair, which requires a lot of redrawing and coloring. First, create another layer. For the outline, you want to create an outline for the hair. We can't see. It doesn't have to be perfect, but good enough that you're okay if it being seen. But also this part isn't really seen, so you don't have to be so detailed about it. Now erase the legs or torso. That's is going past the outline. Now create a new layer to do the outline. You will need to outline the whole back hair BW. The top of the back hair doesn't need to line up, with the head, so make sure it's shorter like how I am doing it. Continuing on with erasing any extra hair. Now time for coloring. Add a new layer and clip it onto the hair. Coloring can be difficult, but try to follow the pattern on the hair. If that isn't helping, try following my example. I don't really know how to explain this part, but try to match the shading with the other hair strands. I also recommend having the top part of the back hair to be dark, since it is on the back. If the shade is uneven, then don't stress about it. Nobody notices it unless it's up close. And boom, there you have it. You're done. Don't forget to merge. I forgot to add, but you'll need to duplicate the face layer too. Yay, 3 layers are done. Now we will do the rear hair that will also be connected with the head. In here, I'm just erasing what I don't need. Now create a layer and outline the head and rear hair closes to the head. Sped up because I'm just outlining and erasing. You will have to remove the bangs, so draw a slight curve in color and with the skin. So once you have the outside of the rear hair done, time to get rid of those bangs. And if there's any random colors in the hair, just go over them. Now merge the layers. And boom, you have a whole head of hair. Now let's move on to the body arc of the thing that takes about 1-2 hours. Separate the face that will be used later on. Make sure the face is on a new layer and to get rid of the face on the body. Now we can move on to outlining the entire body, then erasing the green. Yay, we are done outlining. Now time to separate each body part. Select the lasso tool and select the leg. Zoom in closer to the leg, and you'll see that there's a slight shift, so that's where you want the leg to end. Once you have the leg, select it, click on the layer, and duplicate. Do the same thing to the other side. Now time for the thighs. If your character has a skirt or long coat, don't worry about it and do what I'm doing. We will clean up the thigh later, once we separate each body part. The torso does include the skirt coat, so those aren't separated. After that, we need the arm, which is divided by the elbow. The back arm is a bit difficult, so I'm just eyeballing it. But if you need help, I recommend duplicating the arm we separated and flipping it and placing below the back arm. Now we are going to clean up any messy lines on the legs. Whenever you are going to recolor a body part, make sure it's on a new layer that is clipped on. For the torso, you just need to recolor and maybe erase a few things. Torso is done now. For the arm, you just want to do what we've been doing by outlining on a new layer, then erasing what we don't need. I removed the hands because sometimes I would want the character to hold an object and I don't want to make a separate arm. It is optional to keep the hand, but at the end I will show you how to add the hand back on, which gets added onto the animation. We got one full arm done. Now time for the back arm, which requires redrawing. I'm not good at explaining, but just follow me by recoloring and drawing the sleeve. Now we will start off with the face, which is actually quite easy. Eyes have 3 layers, maybe 4 if you want to be detailed about blinking, but I'm doing 3. We will begin with erasing everything but the lashes, or whatever the black part is called. Lashes are top layer, then pupil, then the white thingy. Now go the same thing to the other side. And PS, eyebrows go above the bangs, while the eyes go below. Last but not least, make sure you have all layers visible to see any mistakes. And yay, we are done. In the future, I will make an updated version of this so it can have clear instructions.